Okay, welcome back everyone. In this video, I want to keep working with the range function from dplyr package that we started working with. But now I want to talk about how we can sort things, arrange things in descending order. So if I want to arrange the rows of my data frame in ascending order, that is the default. We saw earlier that I can do something like arrange storms wind. So this will take the storms data frame and sort the rows in ascending order by their wind speed. So the smallest wind speed is first, all the way down to the largest wind speed is last. And what, again, is not ideal about this is that it prints the entire data frame, or at least the first 30 rows, dot, 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 the last 30 rows. So we get this gigantic output, which is not ideal. It is a lot to look at. It's not very pleasing. So again, I'm pleading with my students to please don't show me that output, but instead use the print function to print more concise output, or use the head and slice tail functions to just print out like the first 10 rows as opposed to the entire data frame. Okay, so now let's take a look at if I want to, instead of sort the data frame, arrange the rows of the data frame by wind speed from smallest to greatest wind speed. Instead, I want to sort the rows of the data frame so that the greatest wind speed is the first row all the way down to the very last row, which has the very smallest wind speed. Then I just use this option DESC for descending around wind. So before we just had wind as the second argument in the arrange function. Now I'm going to put this stands for descend, descend around the wind operator. So this is going to arrange the rows of storms in descending order by wind speed. And this is just now going to pipe that result into the print command so that instead of printing the full data set, the full data frame, we're going to get a concise printout, which will take up less space on our screen and be easier for us to read as well. So we can see here that the biggest wind speed is listed on top, and then they are in descending order by wind speed. And so here is how kind of piping works. In dplyr, it's nice. So I've got storms. I'm going to input that into the arrange function after the rows have been arranged in descending order by wind speed. We're going to then input that into the print function to get concise output printed to the screen. Voila, looks nice. Another way that we could get more concise output printed to the screen is I could take the storms data frame, input that into the arrange function, where we're going to arrange things in descending order by wind speed. And then we can input that into the slice head function, where we're going to just subset the first 10 rows. And that does something pretty similar as above. But this displays it as a full data frame. So this prints it out a little bit bigger. So this is another way of maybe printing out more concise output, just to give us a sense of like, yeah, this seems to have accomplished the goal of sorting the rows of the data frame by wind speed in descending order without printing like a whole 60 rolls of gobbledygook out to the screen. I can actually just look at this and read this output without being flooded with too much information. Okay, in the next video, we'll take a look at how we can slice things arranging by groups.